Live look now outside in Worcester. That is the College of the Holy Cross under all of that snow. Worcester County is seeing all snow as well as sleet and a lot of wind as well. My goodness.
Looks like January out there right now.
So our Alicia Palumbo is there experiencing it all. Alicia, tell us more about this and those April showers we're supposed to see.
Yeah, we're out in Fitchburg where April showers are bringing us snow piles. I mean, that's what we've got here. And it's really a heavy, wet snow here. I mean, this is great for making snowballs for any kids who don't have school today, like here in Fitchburg, but it's not great for anyone who has to drive. Now, these roads have been cleared by a couple of plows at this point. That has helped out significantly. So we've gone from that slushy surface on the pavement to a wet surface. It's definitely still slick out there, though. We did have that changeover from rain and sleet to snow at around midnight. It's taken a while for the salters, sanders, and plows to catch up. The roads are not great throughout Worcester County. Even highways like 290 and 190 were pretty rough on the way up here with a crusty, slushy mess, making it tough for tires to gain traction. Hopefully the plows have been able to attack that now, but I would imagine your side streets are still pretty rough. That's led to several school closures in the area for, among others, as we said, Fitchburg, Gardner, Wachusett Public Schools nearby. Worcester Public Schools has a 2-hour delay. We're seeing several 2-hour delays popping up throughout central Mass. Now, this winter storm warning actually continues until 8 o'clock this morning. So you're going to want to be careful when you're heading out there. We're expecting 1 to 3 inches of snow in Fitchburg or 4 inches in higher elevations. I'd say we probably got that. And now that these plows are cleaning it up and we get warmer temperatures, much of that will melt. With 60 degrees in the forecast next week, it'll be spring before we know it. For now, we're live in Fitchburg. Alicia Palumbo, NBC10 Boston.
Alicia, thank you. Speaking of whipping winds, oh goodness, NBC10's Jericho Tran is getting the New England blow-dry hairdo effect that's happening out there.
Right, she is live in Scituate. I mean, it's just not a bad hair day, Jericho. People have to worry about the flooding and the power outages. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think hair for all of us ladies is the #1 thing. And yes, I am not sporting the best do right now. But why? It's because we're seeing a lot of wind and we're seeing a lot of rain. So let's get to that wind first, because we have a high wind alert until 2 p.m. today. Take a look at this sign up here. You can see the wind is really kicking this sign up and down. Another thing I want you to look at are the lights, the street lights right up there. The wind is pushing the rain so fast and so hard that it looks like smoke. So you can see this is still a very active storm right now. And as far as that coastal flooding goes, I want to bring it back down to where I am right now. A lot of these businesses have prepared in advance. So you're going to see these sandbags in front of businesses, just preparing them. We also have some more right over here. So they are prepared for that coastal flooding. That warning is in effect until 10 a.m. this morning. But I want to pull up a full screen for you on what exactly you need to look at for right here in Scituate. One, the main points you need to take away from that are flooding. Beware of the flooding. Respect the sawhorses, people. They're there for a reason. Don't try to drive around them. If they're up, respect them. Don't drive around them. And the other thing is just make sure that your sump pumps are working and look out for any additional flooding. We did speak to business owners out here, and here's what they had to say.
Parking lot usually gets flooded, but you get more restaurants on Front Street like the Galley, which unfortunately they got flooded and they got water in the restaurant recently.
All right, so for our commute, we took 95 to 93 up here. 95, there was a lot of sleet and slush on the road, so you're going to want to take it slow. You can see that wind is really pushing up against me right now. 93, we saw a lot more rain and water on the road, but either way, you're going to want to leave early because it is very slick out here on the roads. I'm just going to take a slight step in here, and you can see all of that pooling on the side of the road. So that, mixed with the wind, is going to make for a very messy commute. Leave early, folks. That's what you're going to need to do today. I don't know if hairspray is going to help you, because as you can see, it's not helping me. So ladies, I don't know, put a hat on, do something, but this one is doing us no favors. That's the very latest here in Scituate. Jericho Tran, NBC10 Boston.
Thank you, Jericho. Yes, you can go inside now, I promise. Okay, so that was the South Shore.
Yes.
Now we want to go up to the north. The neighbors in Salisbury have a unique concern this morning.
NBC10's Manash Kwangwari is there live. And Manash, the erosion really has the community on edge. Tell us about it.
That's exactly right. It just means that the water will have less resistance when it starts to push through the coastline, leading to flooded roads, creating a tough morning commute for many of the residents here in Salisbury, and also damaging homes. It's a well-documented issue, one we have reported on a number of times. That's not even mentioning the wind they'll have to brace. Take a look and take a listen. You can see this is not snow. This is sea foam that you can kind of see flying through the air right now, as up to 60-mile-an-hour winds are expected here in Salisbury. Right now, we're getting the brunt of that. We're here now in the area of Driftway and Oceanfront Street, which is along the Salisbury Beach Boardwalk. There is coastal flooding warning until 10 a.m. Our first alert meteorologist, Tevin Wooten, who you just heard from, says here in Salisbury that concern will be minor, though it is still something that you'll want to keep in mind. Of course, here we're going to continue to monitor these conditions. As you can see, this water starting to spill in a nearby parking lot. It remains to be seen when all of this is going to get even worse, but it is picking up. Right now, we're live here in Salisbury. Manoj Kungwari, NBC10 Boston.
Thank you, Manoj. Those gusty winds are knocking power out across the state. Right now, about 10,000 customers are in the dark, and nearly 4,000 of those are in Worcester County. So check on your family, especially if they live in that area. And really, now is a good time to download our NBC10 Boston app. It's especially helpful if you lose power. You can also check the radar and set up weather alerts for where you live.